AW's Bar and Grill. Yeah, big day today. Exactly. Yeah, we got a bunch of customers in here right now. Whoa. Yep. I got you. I'm getting telepathic messages from Grogu right here, a famous customer. Yep. Whoa. Ow. Grogu, come on. Ow. Oh. When Grogu wants his wild blueberry juice, he sends a telepathic message to my psychic mind, and he hurts my brain really bad until I give him what he wants. Yes. Oh, ow. Okay, Grogu. It's coming right up. Oh, man. It's coming right up. Can you hold it in here? Would you like it right here for now? Okay, that's fine. Yep. Grogu's friend. Ow. Again, Grogu's friend is giving me telepathic. Yep. Telepathic messages saying Grogu's friend wants wild blueberry juice now. Okay. Oh. Okay. Good. Okay. All set. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, AW's Bar and Grill. How can I help you? Onion rings. What else? French fries. What else? Buffalo chicken wings. Well, the baby chicks aren't here, so we can give you actually real buffalo chicken wings. Yep. Okay. All right. We got to go. We're very busy here. You guys, this is the Medical Medium Wild Blueberry Challenge Day 2. Very special moment, actually. I'm very excited about this. So if you haven't heard, the wild blueberry juice is on sale 10% right now, which is incredible. The wild blueberry juice. It's a wild food. We're going to talk about the spiritual powers and the antioxidants of the wild blueberry. Spiritual powers and the antioxidants of the wild blueberry, which is really incredible. So that's a big moment because we're going to be covering a lot of details and information. You don't want to miss that because it's really cool. You won't hear that information anywhere else. May as well hang out with us while we're doing this. So I'm really excited. We're making the warm wild blueberry bowl. Hence, you see the pot on a burner. Hence, you see wild blueberries in front of me. You see a blender, all kinds of other stuff. We're also going to make the wild blueberry latte as well. So you're making the wild blueberry latte. I got some wild blueberry juice in me right now, and I'm pumped up. It seems to give me energy. And I want to ask you guys if you can post your experiences from the wild blueberries. You know, so many of you guys have been doing the wild blueberries all of these years. You've been doing the wild blueberry juice in the last year or so, whatever. You've been doing this. How has the wild blueberry juice helped you guys? I know a lot of people I know that say it helps them with their focus. It helps them with all kinds of stuff, with their migraines. It helps them with all kinds of different things. That's what I've heard other people say. I got doctor friends that swear by the wild blueberry and the wild blueberry juice. How has it helped you in your life? Juice and the wild blueberries, whether it was the HMDS or whatever. So I can post anything you guys are saying, cool experiences that actually help other people find their way to that information. So I'm excited. Tag at Medical Medium, hashtag Medical Medium with your experiences. That would be amazing. And you guys, we're here making the warm wild blueberry bowl, and we're making the wild blueberry latte, and I think I am going to start in a second too, in a little bit as well, because we got some cool stuff to make. At AW's Bar and Grill, we are always aiming to please, and I am at your service. If you guys just got on here, this is day 2 of the Medical Medium Wild Blueberry Challenge, which I'm actually really excited about, and we're talking about the spiritual powers of the wild blueberry. And we're talking about also the antioxidants too. And I need a shot myself. But you know what? I am going to have a glass of wine is what I'm going to have because I like a nice glass of wine right here. Fantastic. A glass of wine. If you guys are alcoholics out there, okay, if many of you guys are maybe your past life alcoholics, maybe you're like our old time alcoholics or whatever you are. If you were an alcoholic, you might want to have the wild blueberry juice in a wine glass to kind of like help and soothe you. That's what I tell a friend who's like an alcoholic, and I said, you should get off the wine, don't be a wino, get off the wine and make sure you get the wild blueberry juice in your wine glass. Now, I never drank. I was never interested at all in it. Plus, I had SOC in my ear telling me not to drink and not to try it when I was younger. So I adhered by SOC's information and words. And so what I do is I put this in here instead. So that's what I like. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. So anyway, you guys, here we are. Okay, let's get going. Let's figure this out. I'm going to have a glass of wine. Did you guys have your shots yet or what? Very good. It's a dry wine. Yes, indeed. This glass of wine is $92,000 an ounce. Yes, it's from 1,000 years ago. You know, people are spending like that kind of money for wine that's 2,000 years old. They find some old wine somewhere and they're like, it's been just sitting down in the ground somewhere. And it's like a bunch of people come out of the woodwork that have millions and billions of dollars, and they're like buying a bottle of it for, you know, for literally $1 million a bottle, $5 million a bottle or something. It's like, dude, it's just grapes, it's fermented. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about what we're doing today. We're talking about the spiritual power of the wild blueberry. We talked about the antioxidants too, which is also something that's really exciting to me. And you know, the thing is that this is a food we are so blessed and lucky to have here on Earth. Like, this is a resource that we are blessed. Like, we should be so grateful to have this resource in our hands right now. Okay? I talked about yesterday how wild blueberries, the species isn't just one. Think about that right now. If you look at a wild blueberry field, it's not one plant species like others out there in the world. It's not one plant species. And I'm saying that over and over again because this is huge. There are multiple plant species in that field of wild blueberries, but they all kind of look the same, right? You just see a sea of wild blueberries. And of course, the berries are a little bit off in different sizes and everything in the field, but either way, there are different species in that field. This is their survival method. It's a part of how they have survived for thousands and thousands of years, which is incredible. Now, here's another thing too. Now, this is part of like the spiritual power that the wild blueberry holds because you can't kill it. Now, you can kill every tree on the planet, and if you do, they won't come back because you need a seed. You need, right? You need an acorn. You have to reseed those trees. A tree will not grow when it's been cut and burned down. It can't come back. An oak tree won't come back. A maple tree will not come back. It has to be the seed to start another maple tree, a seed to start another oak tree, right? And that's how it works. But you can burn the wild blueberry down to the ground and it rises out of the ashes like a phoenix. It has spiritual powers. It can survive the unsurvivable. That's the kind of food I want in my body. That's the kind of food people who have been through hell and back need inside their body. That's the kind of food people who have been through chronic illness, they've been through sickness, they've been through strife and struggles, they've been through suffering, they've been through hardships and losses, they've been through mental abuse, they've been through mental, power downs. What that means is just being beaten down mentally and everything else. They've been through hell and back. And the wild blueberry is for the people who have been down there before, right? In that place where you're on your hands and knees, you're praying to God, you lost a lot, you struggled, even if it's something that's mild to somebody else, but it's really serious to you, or something that's serious, but whatever, because everybody has a different challenge and a different problem and a different struggle. And they're all important. There's no, like saying, oh, that's not important, but that is, or they're all important. So whatever anybody's ever been through, it's important to know that the wild blueberry is for them. If you're having trouble on Instagram or Facebook, go to medicalmedium.com. We are live right now on medicalmedium.com. So if you have any trouble on there, because I'm seeing, a whole bunch of kind of glitches and everything right now. So if you guys are having trouble, go to medicalmedium.com. Hopefully a few of you guys hear me and you go there. So the wild blueberry is a spiritual plant all on its own. That's plant medicine right there. It's not toxicity plant medicine where you think you're doing plant medicine and it's altering your mind in a toxic way, damaging nerve cells, damaging neurons, like ayahuasca. That's not plant medicine. That's just a toxic plant, right? That's just a toxic substance, right? Now, I hope I didn't get anybody upset. I'm just trying to show you the differences right here. Okay? Same thing with plants that have caffeine in them, right? Caffeine is toxic to the brain. And I talked about that many times over the years and talk about that in the Brain Saver books. And we're going to be reading out of the Brain Saver books. If you guys have the Brain Saver books, check it out. I got a microdosing chapter in here. So if you're somebody that's into that kind of stuff, read the chapter. You'll be mind blown. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, the Brain Saver books, Amazon.com, US, 40% off, $26 and $29. I just want to let everybody know that these are incredible Bibles right here with a tremendous amount of information. There's 12 books in these two books, 12 books, including 100 recipes and everything else, a recipe book, everything else too. So there's different plants out there. For instance, like caffeinated plants. Right? Caffeine's damaging to the adrenals. So that's not plant medicine. That's plant toxicity because it could damage the adrenals. People don't realize that. So when people do caffeine, whether it's green tea, whether it's matcha tea, whether it's cacao, whatever it is, whether it's coffee, that's damaging their adrenals. Right? So, if you're into that, just don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you it damages and destroys your adrenal glands, right? So what happens is that there's plant medicine that doesn't damage your adrenals or your neurons or your brain. It's a spiritual-based plant medicine that does the opposite. It's critical for focus, concentration. It's critical to get the anthocyanins to the brain. It's critical for your spiritual growth. So there's plant medicine that rises above anything like toxicity out there, fake plant medicine. So there's plant medicine that supersedes other plants out there for us and our brain and our health. So that's where the wild blueberry comes in. That's how incredible. If you guys want to know, if you just came on here, 10% off. You guys know I work with Wyman's. I told you guys, fully endorse them because I don't want this to go away. I want to give as much support. I want to tell as many people as possible. I want people to order this someday so they can get it into their body and have that inside of them. And I want Wyman's to keep on making this kind of resource. It's unbelievable. They take the berries out of the field, they press them, it goes into the bottle. And I want to talk about, stick around because I'm going to talk about organic versus wild food. Because people are confused and be like, oh, it's not organic. But what they don't understand, and this is important to know, when you have, I'm a pro-organic food, but I'm also aware that organic crops are sprayed 3 times a week with pollinator killers. Organic food crops are sprayed 3 times a week with pollinator killers, nicotine. So don't give me that you're holier than now crap and how this is a wild food and, oh, why isn't it organic? So I'm not going to use that. I'm all about organic. Don't give me that holier than now shit about that, because what happens is people don't realize it, that our organic food is also laced. It's laced with nicotine, MSG, and other stuff. And what people don't realize is they have to spray the crap out of organic food or all the aphids come and rip it apart. So they're loaded with copper in the spray, like the toxic copper and organic spray and nicotine. So here we are. So what I'm saying is that's a wild food that rarely needs to ever be sprayed because a wild food can tend to itself and protect itself. A wild food actually protects itself. So what that means is rarely does it ever get sprayed, and Wyman's will not use a pollinator killer. If they ever do need to spray, they won't use a pollinator killer. What does that mean? Why? Here's the difference. This wild food, they won't kill their bees. Organic crops, they kill their bees. Important to know right there. So they also test, and they get 0% in their test of pesticides. But guess what? Your organic food companies won't test to make sure you have 0% nicotine and 0% copper from their sprays. So every time you see it, and I see in the comments that holier than thou stuff, like, oh, it's not organic, medical medium doesn't know what he's talking about. So let me just give you the 101 right now. Your organic crops get sprayed with copper, toxic copper, and toxic nicotine, and it ends up killing all the bees and the pollinators. And they get sprayed rapidly because organic crops can't take care of itself. It's too weak. This is a wild food. And I eat organic food. I'm just telling you, this is a wild food. They rarely ever have to spray anything. And if they do, they refuse to use a pollinator killer, and they test it 0% pesticide residue. And here's the other thing. The organic food companies, they're not testing to make sure you're not getting nicotine and copper. Remember that. This is an important piece of information, and it's mind-blowing. And by the way, Wyman's Juice is coming to Europe early next year and to other parts of the world next year or a year later. So pretty cool. Anyway, that's really mind-blowing information all on its own, and it's important to know. By the way, 10% off right now. Wymans.com. Link is in the description. Link is in the profile. You guys know I'm working with them because I need this stuff to stick around in the world, because I need resources like this because it's magical and spiritual and powerful. And I love knowing that that's there for the chronically ill and everything else. So anyway, you guys, I am going to make 2 recipes today out of Brain Saver books. I'm excited. So let's take a look at that. Grogu just got clocked with the book. Okay, don't worry. Oh, ow, ow, Grogu, ow. Stop. Okay. You know what Grogu's been doing? He's been sending me telepathic pain waves to make sure that I get punished every like 20 minutes or 10 minutes. But the good news is I have the wild blueberry juice here to help kind of repair the mental abuse that Grogu's been giving me, which is unbelievable. I mean, the mental abuse. Okay. But I still love having you here, by the way. Woo! All right, let's go. Okay, don't worry, Grogu. I'm moving as fast as I can. I am. All right, so I'm going to page 532, and I even have it marked right here. 532, I'm making the warm wild blueberry bowl. Okay, there it is right there. And by the way, you guys, it's incredible. It's really unbelievable, this warm wild blueberry bowl. I love it. I make it for myself periodically. I'm going to try to make it exactly the way the book says today. Okay, instead of the lazy way I make it once in a while, I'm going to make it way better. So, and I'm also making this. Check this out. I think I need some more wine. I am also making this right here, which is the wild blueberry latte. Latte. Whoa, pretty posh. Pretty, epic and posh, right? And so I'm excited about that. And I'm going to read a little bit inside the book too, which I'm excited as well. So let me do that. If you guys just got here, we're making a couple of recipes for day 2 of the Wild Blueberry Challenge. Okay? I'm excited about this. What you see is wild blueberries. The juice is 10% off, which is incredible right there. We're going to talk about the anthocyanins a little bit today and everything else. I'm making 2 recipes. I am going to have a little glass of wine. Of course, there's no alcohol in here because this is straight wild blueberry juice. So good. Someone said in the YouTube comment, they were like, I never heard you lip smack before. I've never heard you lip smack after I had the extractor yesterday. And I was like, Lip smack. That's what I'm doing. So good. It's really delicious. That's why. All right. Oh, wait. I want to address a comment that was also mentioned too yesterday. Okay. So the comment was this: AW, you're confusing me. You said that you can have the 5 ingredients in your HMDS at any time of day. So how is it possible you would ruin your smoothie if you put in the wrong stuff? So that was just misunderstood. What I was saying was, don't put things that will ruin your smoothie or your health. Don't put in the chlorella, the apple cider vinegar, the charcoal, the collagen, all these things that are not good for us. Don't put chocolate in there. All these things that should not be in there that do ruin what it's trying to do for you. Because you're adding all those things that actually complicate the body, the liver, put a burden on you, burden on the system, and burden on everything that you're trying to do. Okay, here's the comment right here. Wild blueberry juice has helped stop migraines and brain fog for me. I've heard that from a lot of people, by the way, that comment. I've heard how it stops migraines, the wild blueberry juice. I heard how it shifts people. I heard how it's actually created focus and concentration in people. That's what I've heard. Vanya Health, incredible. Thank you for that comment. So you guys, we're doing some fun stuff. I want to read a little bit too. Ingy says, wild blueberry saved my brain. Anton, who has had a stroke, needs them daily. So all I can say right now is incredible. It really has saved a lot of people's brains. I've seen that happen too. So great. All right, so I think you meant anyone. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into here and take a look. Oh, I just need some more wine. This is so good. I'm going to buy a winery in Napa Valley, like a snob I am. Like an elite snob. Okay, let's see, page 95, here I am, right here in Brain Saver. No disrespect to snobs, and no disrespect for elitist snobs. No disrespect to them at all. No disrespect to trust funders, and just whatever, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just, I just like to joke around a lot. Okay, let's go. I'm going to read a little bit of this. Just getting in the mood right here. This is so good. I was a trust funder. I used the money for medical school. Yes, and I bought myself a penthouse as well. Absolutely. Okay, let's just move on. This is a section called Everybody Wants to Heal. It's on page 95, a brain saver. By the way, these books just got released, and they're just incredible. They blow my mind constantly. Honestly, you can't even, there's so much information in these books, but every single paragraph just is mind-blowing. It's just crazy how it is. Everybody wants to heal. Nobody doesn't want to heal. You'll hear it out there. You just don't want to heal. That's why you're not healing. You got a fear of healing. That's why you're not healing. Have you ever heard that BS? Everybody wants to heal. Nobody doesn't want to heal. No one wants to be sick or suffering emotionally. Do you want to be sick or suffering emotionally? Nobody does. No one is afraid of healing. No one has a fear of healing that's secretly holding them back from getting better. But yet people are told that. You guys, people are told that all the time. You have a fear of healing. It's internally. You just know you just don't know you have a fear of healing. I'm a psychotherapist. And I'm telling my patient, my client, you just have a fear of healing. That's why you're sick still. You hear that all the time. Maybe you guys have heard that before, right? We want to heal. We want to live forever. People want to live forever. They do. They do. We want to live at our healthiest for as long as we can. There's also a trusting wire within us that's been taken advantage of by industries. Trust. We have a trusting wire inside of us. It's a trusting wire inside of the brain. And that trusting wire has been manipulated and conditioned for a long time by the industries. The trusting wire is built into the neurons inside the emotional centers of the brain. And that trusting wire is a real thing that gets manipulated. And the think tanks out there in the industries love to actually control that trusting wire that's inside people's brains. Okay. This has created a brainwashing within us, a mechanism inside us that wants permission to do harmful things to ourselves. This is interesting right here. We want permission to harm ourselves. Because once we get permission to harm ourselves, then we actually feel good about it. And we can then do that. That's how it works. We want permission to eat as much chocolate as we've ever wanted to eat because, oh, it's good for us. That's what we're told. We want permission to do what we want. We want permission to moderately smoke. We want permission to smoke as much weed as we ever dreamed we can smoke, right? No disrespect to any weed smokers because that's not what this is about. But we want permission to do whatever we want to do. We do want that permission to do harmful things to ourselves. The desire for health is so strong inside of us that we'll try to look for answers about why anything that's harmful could be good for us. We have this incredible desire to want to find something valuable in something that's harming us. It's really incredible. We want validation that hurting ourselves is actually good for us. This can make it seem as if self-sabotage is part of our innate emotional nature. That's mind-blowing. As if we want to harm ourselves when we really don't. We don't want to harm ourselves, but we're brainwashed into thinking we do. We don't self-sabotage because we want to make ourselves sick. We self-sabotage because we're taught to self-sabotage. If someone is eating all this fast food 24/7, there's always fast food, it's a form of self-sabotage to some degree, right? But we're not doing it purposely, right? To harm ourselves. If somebody smokes weed, if someone drinks, I'll have another sip right now. If someone drinks, they're not doing it to harm themselves. We self-sabotage because we're taught to self-sabotage. We're conditioned to self-sabotage. We're practically bred to self-sabotage. Why am I even reading this? Why am I even talking about this when I'm doing a wild blueberry day 2 of the challenge? Because there's spiritual powers in this blue color right here that enters the emotional centers of the brain that helps to unwind brainwashing from the industries that is used to get us to self-sabotage ourselves. There's a rewiring that happens when that blue juice hits the brain. Our brain is like a magnet to the blue anthocyanins coming off these wild blueberries and going to the brain. Alternative medicine cults, and I call them cults because they're the cults, because they all speak the same thing. That's how cults work. They all say the same thing. No matter how you slice the pie, all the different fabrics of alternative medicine all still support and befriend the same people, the same thing. Because it's one big cult. Alternative medicine cults, as well as top feeders and bottom feeders of the health industry, are always catering to this self-sabotage brainwashing. They are. They do. You'll see it. You'll see every aspect of alternative medicine doesn't want to insult a particular group because they all are basically working for each other and around each other trading within each other, working within each other, and that's how it is out there. It's just a fact. It's just what it is. Alternative medicine cults, as well as top feeders and bottom feeders of the health industry, are always catering to the self-sabotage brainwashing. How? Ready? No, you should have all the green tea you ever wanted because it's good for you. And then the next alternative cult will be like, yeah, green tea's totally fine. The next alternative health cult will be like, yeah, green tea's fine. Oh, yeah, it's good for you. It's got stuff in it that's good. Oh, a new study came out. And then another alternative cult will be like, green tea's good for you. And they'll all mimic the same thing. Oh, yeah, you can have coffee. Do organic, fair trade. Do organic coffee. Yeah. And you can, it's all the same thing. Oh, you can do cacao all you want. Oh, yeah, ayahuasca's all right if you do it, once in a while and you're having a spiritual moment and you're with the right shaman. You can do that too. They'll all mimic the same thing in all the alternative health cults because they all work together and they all speak one language. And that's when you know it is one big cult, right? I'm talking about this because the wild blueberry helps us to break from that. It helps us to break away from that so we have our own mind. The reason why medical medium information is hated so much out there because it gives the person their own free will back. It gives them their own free thinking back, their own free will. It gives them answers for the first time so they can make decisions and choices for themselves. That's what it's been all about for medical medium information. It gives the person freedom because when you see it out there, you're still all wrapped up out there in all that other cult stuff. It's crazy how it works. The wild blueberry, whether somebody knows it or not, when it's integrated into their health, can help them break from that. It's just mind-blowing information in here. So let's just keep on reading. I'm going to have a little bit of wine real quick. It's not wine, it's wild blueberry juice. If you just got here, that's the Brain Saver book I'm reading out of. There's two, Brain Saver and the Brain Saver Protocols. Okay. So often using, and here's another thing too. The alternative medicine cults will often use their credentials to manipulate our trust. There's nothing wrong with credentials. I have a lot of friends with credentials. A lot of doctor friends with credentials, right? Doctors that work for good, not for evil, right? But a lot of people in the cults out there, they use their credentials to manipulate people and our trust. They create their own social media channels and give their 5 tips in 15 minutes. And in those 5 tips, you'll almost always find at least one recommendation that provides validation and reassurance for self-sabotage. How freaking despicable when you think about it. Because every time I see those 5 tips or 10 tips or whatever it is, you can see in those 5, 10 tips, once again, the same language, the same stuff to self-sabotage is there. A big part of the self-sabotage brainwashing is that we become programmed to seek validation that doing a harmful thing in moderation is perfectly fine. Exactly. Leah Collins says, AW isn't here to be liked or sugarcoat the truth. He's here to heal and break the false light in the medical community. And it's so truth. That's so true in the alternative medical community and conventional. That's what's so crazy about it all. For the not so sick, these self-sabotage measures are often a daily part of everyone's life. So here's how it works. What I mean by the not so sick, you guys. If you just got here, today's day 2 of the Wild Blueberry Challenge. I'm making a couple of recipes. We're having some fun, but I'm also talking about the spiritual powers and antioxidants of the wild blueberry, but I'm talking about it in association with the emotional center of the brain and how the wild blueberries have the power to rise out of the ashes, allowing us to have the power to rise out of mind control. Because that's what's happening here on planet Earth in the alternative health movement is people are under mind control. They're told their fish oil is fine. They're told their krill oil is fine, which it isn't, you guys. It's loaded with mercury, but they don't realize it. They're told a lot of things. I talk all about it in the brain books. But yeah, it's just unbelievable, really. The not so sick, what the not so sick is look, I have respect for the not so sick. The not so sick are people that have symptoms, but it hasn't impeded their life in such a way where it robs the quality of their life, where they are in severe, severe trouble. The not so sick are people that have a couple of different symptoms and they run around to different functional doctors and regular doctors and they just look for things to kind of keep them floating, and they float along because they're not so sick. And then eventually the scale tips and they go down the drain, right? The not so sick, for the not so sick, these self-sabotage measures are often a daily part of everybody's life. Get ready for this. Coffee. That's a daily part of everybody's life who's not so sick. They could just still do coffee. Vinegar. That's another thing in their daily life. That's a self-sabotage weapon right there, is vinegar. Ages you fast, dissolves your teeth, breaks your immune system down, breaks your nervous system down. Wine. That's one right there. As long as you have a couple of glasses on the weekend, everything should be fine. Yeah, moderation. For the not so sick, somebody that just has like a thyroid problem that they're managing or something, or they got some hot flashes or something, and they're just, they go to their doctors and they're like, whoa, whatever. They can still drink their wine on the weekends, right? The not so sick. So pizza, that's another one. The not so sick can eat pizza all the time. They can have it on Friday nights. They can have it on Saturday night. Fried and greasy food, they can engage in that too, whether it's alternative fried and greasy food, whether it's vegan fried or greasy food, whether it's vegan pizza, they can still partake in it because they're not so sick. If we hear these are not good for us, we look for someone else to say it is good for you in moderation. As long as it's vegan, your pizza should be fine in moderation because you're not so sick yet, so you can handle it. As long as you got your wine once on the weekend, hey, fine, you can handle it. You're not so sick yet. We don't want to face the reality of what we're really doing. We don't want to pay the consequences of osteopenia coming from vinegar, liver conditions coming from alcohol, adrenal problems coming from caffeine, like I was talking about, you guys. So we'll never accept that these are the true causes of these conditions. It's as if an industry conditioning has placed a robot inside us that wants validation to slowly destroy ourselves, even though that's the last thing we really want. We want validation for the industry to keep on feeding us these things so we can destroy ourselves. We want validation to destroy ourselves, even though that's not what we really want. We've been brainwashed to think that's what we want. We want to be healthy and strong and live forever, right? I see that all the time. We want to be healthy and strong and live forever under certain conditions. Some of these conditions are, I'm going to have my dark chocolate and coffee and vinegar and wine and champagne and salt. I don't know what all this business is about in this book. I do perfectly fine on my wine. You can't stop me. I'm on page 95, you guys. You can't stop me. You can't tell me I can't. And I'm about to go to page 96. Because I'll go and find someone who's a health authority who says it's fine and even good for me to eat all that plus raw aged cheese and grass-fed butter and green tea and matcha and kombucha tea and eggs, and I'll run with that. We're taught to self-sabotage by the industry. All those things are bad for us. And if you're not so sick, you can play in that game and keep on self-sabotaging and keep on being taught to self-sabotage. But you're never free. You're part of what they want, the industry. And why am I saying this again? Because the wild blueberry gets into the consciousness, subconsciousness, it gets into the soul, it gets into the physical brain, and it starts to rewire us. The wild blueberry has the ability to rewire us and to shed that brainwashing. It is the anti-brainwashing food. That will give me the comfy, warm, fuzzy feeling inside that I've been validated for doing these things that are actually helping destroy my body. I'll even convince myself that my body loves it. My body loves chocolate so much, I crave it. My body must love chocolate. My body loves vinegar. I love it on everything. My body loves eggs. I crave them. They're so good for me. My body likes all these things. And my body's fine with it. And my body needs it. This brainwashing and conditioning becomes woven into the emotional centers of our brain. It also gets directed mostly to womankind on purpose. And here's how it works. The systems and the industries brainwash womankind so that womankind believes they need all these things that are actually helping to destroy their body. And if they're not so sick, they can keep on partaking in it. And the minute they get too sick, no one's there to tell them how to get out of it except medical medium information, which is, that alone is just crazy, because why haven't the other alternative parts of the industries and the health industry figured all this out yet? Yeah, they'll poach a little tidbit for medical medium here and there, and you'll see somebody squeak it out once in a while. But the alternative industry makes sure it allows the not so sick people to keep on staying brainwashed and partake in all the products. And guess what? And on top of that, the alternative industry sells it all to them. Sells womankind all the chocolate and the dark chocolate, sells womankind all the matcha tea, sells womankind all the kombucha tea, which is really turns the blood into straight acid. I've been saying that for 30 years. Sells all this stuff to womankind. So womankind can slowly decline. Yet the emotional centers of our brain can only be pushed so far. When you're sick or suffering enough physically, mentally, or emotionally, a survival mechanism kicks in. Did that happen to you guys who have been real sick? Did that ever happen to you guys where literally something overrode the brainwashing and you said find medical medium information, or an angel put medical medium information in front of you, or something happened and you guys felt it, right? When you're sick or suffering enough emotionally, physically, or anything mentally, a survival mechanism kicks in. Did it kick in on you guys? That survival mechanism, did it hit? A survival mechanism in your brain's emotional centers that has been inside of us since the beginning of time. A survival mechanism beginning of time. Now check this out. Get ready for this. These wild blueberries have been here since the beginning of time. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years ago, the wild blueberry has been here. And there's been a mechanism built inside of us since the beginning of time that gets tripped up, and we're finally done. I'm done. Done with the brainwashing. I need answers. I need to heal. I've suffered enough. That survival mechanism says, no, I hear it's not good for me. No, I hear a glass of wine on the weekends is not good for me. I'm suffering enough as it is. No, I hear tinctures, herbal tinctures from other companies with alcohol in them are not good for me. I had enough. No, I heard that that's not good for me. I heard I'm not supposed to be swallowing clays. It's not good for me. I heard from medical medium. No, I'm not supposed to be caffeinating my adrenals to death and burning my brain cells out. No, I had enough. It's time to heal. I'm going to align my physical body to that understanding finally. I'm in too much pain. I've been through hell and back. I've suffered enough. I'm too unwell to mess around now. I can't play games anymore. Something clicks in. It's a survival mechanism that started at the beginning of time with the wild blueberry. Where you once learned it's not good for you, something clicks in. Where you once learned it's not good, you know it's time to stay away from that caffeine and the vinegar and the salt, all the salt and the chocolate. You know it's time. Something rewires in your emotional centers of your brain that says, I can't destroy myself anymore. I can't search for validation to support something that's harming me from the cults out there. From the vinegar cult and the chocolate cults out there and all that, the cacao cults and everything, all the cults and the ayahuasca cults and all the smoking cults and the alcohol cults, right? And all of it and above. Something inside of you says, I'm not going to partake in the cult anymore that's out there. I don't want to destroy myself anymore. I've been through hell and back. I've suffered enough. I've been sick. I can't take it anymore. I've been pushed around too much. I've been toyed with too much. I'm not in the business of destroying myself anymore because I want to live. I want to heal. I'm not afraid to heal. I've never been afraid to heal, and it's time. Why am I saying all this? On Blueberry Day. Whoop, pardon me. On Wild Blueberry Day. Because a blueberry can't do anything for us like a wild blueberry can. This is a wild food. It has lived for thousands upon thousands of years. It wasn't grafted into some kind of thing and then planted to be cultivated. It is wild. And it harbors information. What happens in us when that wire gets tripped and we're done with the cults and we're totally awake and we really truly became awake, this enough is enough strength inside of everyone starts to kick in. It's the moment when you put your foot down. It's the moment when you truly find yourself, when you're working with and aligned with your body. That's what the wild blueberry is about. It's about aligning with our body. It's about taking the subconscious consciousness and the soul and the physical brain and making it become one. So it's not fragmented. Not even the snakiest salesman on social media videos or the snakiest chiropractor, doctor, or nutritionist on the snakiest infomercials can give you the validation anymore to go into the robotic mode of I'm going to destroy myself with a smile on my face and be happy thinking about it. Because my body deserves and needs what I'm putting in it. That old brainwashing that manipulated your trusting wire and sent a message to your brain's emotional centers to override common sense and sensibility about what your body really needs, that brainwashing won't work anymore. Even if everyone around you has been brainwashed and they challenge you as you start trying to eat healthy, get better, you know how to stand firm. Have you guys been challenged? You're doing the medical meme information and you're getting your lives back and you're working so hard on your life and you're doing that information. Have you guys been challenged? Challenged by people around you? All of it? Has that happened to you? You're doing the right things now. You got the information. You're saving your life. You're getting rid of your symptoms. And you're being challenged at the same time. When that time comes, that's when you're reborn. It's the rebirth of finally moving out of that mental and emotional pain, moving out of that in-between and turning your life around. And that reminds me of the wild blueberry. It's reborn. It comes out of the ashes. You can't kill it. And then it's there for us. And it's that spiritual power it holds. That blue color is an anthocyanin that's different than any other anthocyanin, and it goes to the brain. And it heads into the emotional center of the brain. And it rewires us. Let's make some wild blueberry recipes. Let's do it. All right, you guys, you need anything? Hold on, sorry. Yeah, EW's Bar and Grill is going okay today. Yeah, I heard there was a new person here. Yeah, they're here. They're sitting down over there. Yep. What? Yeah, we ordered 4 glasses of wine with wild blueberry wine. Yeah, no alcohol. Really incredible. You guys okay? All right. You guys, I'm going to need that right now. Sorry about this. Wait. Oh. Grogu. Stop, Grogu. Hold on, you guys. We're in halftime right now. Grogu just sent a pain wave to my head. He's been tormenting me. See, he uses his telepathic skills. He uses the Force. And he just sends it right to my, because I'm psychic, right, my brain. And he sends it right to my psychic brain. And boy, does he hurt it really bad. Really, really bad. Ah, Grogu, you're going to kill me. I swear. Guys, we're making the warm wild blueberry bowl. Turning it up. I'm going to put your shots over here, you guys. I need a little bit of room. You guys okay? All right. This is an incredible recipe. It's right out of this book right here, the Protocols book. Two things to know. One thing is, Amazon.com US, 40% off right now. An incredible book. Incredible books right here. Don't miss out. Your minds will be blown. I was reading out of the Brain Saver book. Incredible recipes in the Brain Saver book as well. So don't miss out. Seriously, you guys. It's absolutely incredible, these books. Anyway, and 10% off on the Wyman's Wild Blueberry Juice. You guys know I work with them because I want this stuff to stay around. I'm telling everybody I can. This is incredible. If you haven't signed up to the challenge, this is day 2. Sign up. Go to medicalmeme.com. Download your PDF with your groceries, your free PDF. It's all free. Get your grocery store shopping list. Okay? And the details are there. The details about the challenge. Incredible, you guys. I'm warming up this right here. We're going to go in here and get some recipes out right now. Let's do it. What a day. Quite amazing. All right, let's take a look. Warm wild blueberry bowl right there. That's what we're making. Let's get started right now. This is getting hot. I have my little griddle on. I got my ingredient list here. 4 cups of wild blueberries are going in there. So let's do that now and get a little measuring cup. So I have my little measuring cup. So we're going to do 4 cups. So let's do that. You know, Grogu, your little vessel that you're in tends to move around because it's floating, right, with the force. All right, so let's get some wild blueberries in here now. So we want 4 cups in this recipe. Are you guys doing this with me? Because that'd be amazing. There's 2 cups right there. Let's go with 4 cups. Now, what I love about the wild blueberry, and we're going to still talk about the anthocyanins a little bit more as well, and we're going to talk about antioxidants too. Not all antioxidants are the same. Not all people are the same. Not all water is the same. That's something to know. And certainly not all antioxidants are the same. Now, this is a wild food. It's entirely different than a cultivated berry. Let's go with 4 cups. We got it in there. Nice. Right. 1/2 cup of pure maple syrup. And I'm about to get that right now. I got some maple syrup right here. Amazing. Let's go with a 1/2 cup. Half a cup here. Let's do that. Nice. Okay. It's a little bit of maple syrup. Incredible. Got a little bit of that in there. Nice. All right. 1.5 tablespoons of arrowroot powder. We're not going to do that yet. We're just going to warm this up and get it going. I'm going to put the lid on. Okay, you guys? And then we're going to make some additional. Have you done this recipe? The warm wild blueberry bowl? It's really an incredible recipe. It's amazing. You guys, have you tried wild blueberries? Have you tried the wild blueberry juice? Have you had an experience with it? What did you feel? A lot of people feel like their mental clarity is better. A lot of people feel like their focus and concentration is better. A lot of people feel like it gets rid of a headache. A lot of people experience this migraine relief. They experience so much. It's what their experiences are and what I hear out there. All right. So I've heard this over and over again. I've talked to doctor friends and they say their patients love it, all of it. Please share your story on a reel, an Insta story, whatever, or, you know, a post. Share it, tag at medical medium, hashtag medical medium, so I can share it too. What was your experience with wild blueberries? Did you have it in the HMDS all these years? Did you have an experience with it along the way? Do you love your wild blueberries? That's another thing all on its own. So that's important too. So I'm just making sure that I have that heating up right now. There we go. Now the warm wild blueberry bowl is a special one. I really love it. I'm going to take this lid and move it. You know what my favorite thing is? It's not just this wild blueberry challenge. Like one of my favorite things is starting to like cook and do stuff, you know, like this, because this is what I love, right? So I want to do more lives in the future where I'm making some of the recipes out of these books, which I'm excited about too. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, when it comes down to anthocyanins, you're looking at anthocyanins with a real rich blue color, that purple blue color, okay? Now, anthocyanins for different parts of the body, like they go in different places in the body. And what I love about the wild blueberry anthocyanins, this is information I got from SOC, is because of that rich color, that deep blue color, the anthocyanins are not designed to just go like in one specific, like they're not designed to just go everywhere. They're designed to head to the noggin. That's where they head. Okay? Because that blue color, that anthocyanin, is geared for metaphysical and physical. That's the whole point. So when you see that deep blue color, what you're seeing is metaphysical, and that's what you have to think. So I am going to get some arrowroot powder and 1.5 tablespoons of water and get that in here. I will try not to spill it on the book. There's 1 tablespoon. I'm going to do a half now. Perfect. Okay. Very interesting. So I'm going to mix this up. So this is the warm wild blueberry bowl. Now I notice people will say like, I don't have wild blueberries, so I'm going to use regular blueberry. If you can't find a wild blueberry, don't use a regular blueberry. A cultivated regular blueberry won't cut it. If you're looking for something more medicinal and you can't find the wild blueberry, then go with blackberries. It's not going to do the same thing, right? It's not going to do the same thing, but it's a step above your cultivated blueberry. Because a lot of people, they'll just run to the store. They don't really know anything about the wild blueberry. They don't know anything about what's going on. And they'll run to the store and be like, incredible, let me just go get some blueberries. It's not the same thing. So that's important to know. Okay. Now I'm going to add this in. So what you see here is the arrowroot starch. Okay. I added a little bit of water to it. And then it's going in now. Wonderful. And now I'm going to stir it. So you guys. I don't know how easy you can see this, but there you are. Hey, look at that. Fantastic. Let that get a little hotter. I don't want to, I put them in, they were already chilled. The blueberries, the wild blueberries were already, some of them were frozen still. So I'm going to cook it for about 1 more minute. Yep. Because you want it to be a warm wild blueberry bowl. You don't want it to be a cold wild blueberry bowl. Because that will happen. Especially if you take them out of the freezer. You want to make sure they're warm and nice and comfy and warm and fuzzy. Which is incredible. And I'm going to get them ready now to serve. If you guys don't mind. And then next we're going to be making the wild blueberry latte. Grogu. Every time Grogu gets disturbed, Grogu sends me a telepathic message. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm trying to use the wild blueberry to help with the brain, the emotional centers of the brain. And Grogu is sitting there, sending telepathic messages to the emotional centers of the brain to cause pain. But that's the great thing, right? I have something to battle that. That's right, Grogu. All right. Getting ready to serve, you guys. Looking for my serving bowl now. Okay. There we go. This is one of my favorites. Have you guys made this before? Or is this your first time? I'm curious. I know that the books just got out there. And they haven't been out there long, so you might not have discovered this yet or anything. But there you go. That's amazing. So that's the warm wild blueberry bowl right there. You guys don't mind, right? It's insane. It's so good. It is so good. It's amazing. Seriously, guys? This is the way to eat it. Sorry, you guys. That concludes. See you later. Bye. Just kidding. Kidding. I'm here. All right. Put it out. It's just so good. All right. Let's get making the next thing. Let's get going on it. All right. We're making the second recipe right now. I'm going to bring this over here. Do you guys mind? All right. I can't get enough of wild blueberries. I'm even going to have this. I can't get enough. I even might take a shot glass from Baby Grogu. You guys, it's 10% off right now. Wymans.com. Links in the description. It's incredible. And if you're worried about that organic thing versus wild food thing, just watch this whole video from the beginning and totally get an education about how it works, because it's critical to know that information. It really is. All right, let's go. So we're making the wild blueberry latte right now. This sweet and creamy drink is delicious. Okay? You can watch the replay at medicalmedium.com of this Wild Blueberry Challenge day 2. And you can watch day 1 as well, by the way. All right. 3/4 of a cup of water. Here we go. Thank you very much. What's next? 1/2 cup of unsweetened almond milk, or like coconut milk, or unsweetened oat milk. I'm going to go with coconut milk. Next. Doing it. We're doing it. We got it. All right. Half a cup of frozen wild blueberries, or I'm going to use the juice. That's my favorite way of making it, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to open up another bottle. I think I'm going through all these bottles right now. You know what it is? Everybody wants a shot. I think it's just me doing too many shots is what I think it is. All right. Darcy Lee says, oh my God, the wild blueberry latte to the bomb. So freaking good. It's so good. It's insanely good. And I am going to be very happy while I'm partaking in the consumption of this wild blueberry latte. All right, so let's keep on going there. Going to use a 1/4 cup wild blueberry juice. Since I already used this, it's perfectly fine to use it again. 1/4 cup here. Nice. Look at that, you guys. Check it out. Yeah, this is the bomb. This thing is so insane. It's insane. It's so good. All right. 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey. Raw honey is what I prefer. Got it right here. 1 to 2 tablespoons. Let's see. Maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons. All right. That should be good. Okay. Boom. All right. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Come on already. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It's ridiculous. 1/4 teaspoon of ground cardamom. Yes, let's get the cardamom open here. Okay. There we go. That's why I like doing everything live, because you just don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the cardamom isn't open yet. 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom. Incredible. Boom. I'm going to blend it, you guys. All right. Don't go crazy on the blending. Just try to take it easy. All right. We're doing it. Blending. It's happening. After this, we're going to pour it in the pan and we're going to heat it. Nice. I would say that's good enough. Wouldn't you guys? I'm going to pour this in the pan. It's probably going to sizzle. Okay. I think I'm going to strain it, you guys. I'm not liking the way it looks, because I forgot to strain it. All right. All right. I'm going to strain it into the pan. Nice. Guys, sometimes you just have to improvise. Do it right. So I don't want to do it the lazy way today, because I make this for myself all the time, but I do it like the quick and lazy way. Now, I wouldn't call it lazy, whatever. I just like whatever. I slap it together, whatever you want to call it. But I want to do it like to the letter. All right, let's get that in the pan and let's get that going. Woo! Let it warm up a little bit. I don't make it all the time. I just make it for guests that come, and then usually I just slap it together. But like I want to like do it really nice right now. So I make it when guests are coming, and then when they try it, they go, "This is unbelievable." On the holidays, you guys, if you just got here, I saw somebody just in the comments are like, "What's he doing? What is this?" Stay tuned of the free Medical Medium Wild Blueberry Day Challenge. Watch the video, the replay at medicalmedium.com. Watch it from the beginning. Okay? If you're having trouble viewing this on IG or Facebook or wherever, go to medicalmedium.com. It's live on there right now. We're streaming it live. And I am updating and adding new information to medicalmedium.com, enhancing it, making it an incredible website, free information, everything, no paywalls. Go there, get all the recipes, all the different things, you name it. And if you had a chance, you guys, leave a review at amazon.com for the Brain Saver books. Right here. Both the books. Amazon.com, and they're 40% off. Okay. Get it free at the library if you want. You can get these books free at the library if you don't want to go and get them at 40% off at Amazon.com US. Free at the library. You guys, if I had a feather for every time I said free at the library with all the Medical Medium books, I'd be flying away. Medical Medium podcast, check it out. The Light Infusion Meditation, that is in these books, and I did that right there on the Medical Medium podcast. And I have a new podcast episode coming out next week, which is going to be awesome, really awesome too. All right, we're just getting this ready. This is the Wild Blueberry Latte. Amazing. How you guys doing? Did you have your shots? Huh. Did you guys have your shots? All right. Now, the thing is that if you are wondering, like, why do I love the wild blueberries so much? There's so many reasons. It's hard to keep them all counted because there's that many reasons. Because you're looking at extremely high antioxidants. What does that mean when you have extremely high antioxidants? Helping the body to stop oxidizing. What happens when the body's oxidizing? Or slowly dying? Or quickly dying? So the faster somebody's oxidative rate is inside their body, the faster they're dying. So that's really what it comes down to. Yes, you can have a lot of things oxidizing you, right? So I talk about that in the Medical Medium books. You can have a lot of different things that are oxidizing and breaking down the body. So everybody's different. They might have more oxidation than somebody else. But oxidation is what breaks us down, and it shortens our life one way or another, regardless of what's happening inside our bodies. You guys, I'm going to make a little announcement right here. Light Blast. Make sure you sign up to the Medical Medium newsletter so you can learn the date and the time of the Light Blast, because that's going to be really exciting. So sign up within the next month so you can make sure you're there. It's going to be a limited amount of people though. So get to that newsletter, sign up so you can be there to receive that Light Blast when the day comes and we do it. But it's going to be a limited amount of people allowed when I do that Light Blast. So keep that in mind too. So sign up when you get a chance. Light Blast, it's going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. All right, this is nice and ready. Nice and warm and good. You will get the chance to sign up on the Medical Medium newsletter. That's no problem. You can go to the Medical Medium newsletter and sign up. But sign up so then you can get notified through email when the Light Blast is going to be. Important to know. All right, you guys. So let's get this ready right here. Just letting it heat up a little bit more. So I like my latte being like hot. Wendy says we'll be there no matter what. Awesome. Lisa says I'm signing up. Incredible. Amazing. Courtney says, I want to lay in a field for the light blast. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to pour this into a measuring cup is what I'm going to do next. Here's my measuring cup right here. Okay. And I'm going to pour this in. And I'm not going to try to pour this on top of Grogu right here. Nice. Get another little saucepan on. I'm going to pour this into a cup. So, it's not done yet though, you guys. That's a wild blueberry latte in motion. It's not done. So there we go. Now I'm gonna froth this up. Oh, actually, I'm gonna wait a second. I'm gonna put it in the pan first. All right. Okay, just want enough in there. Woo! We're doing it. We're heating it up right now. Now, I don't want to turn this blue. What happens is if we have so much blue juice around and everything else like that, you don't want to turn it blue. So I'm going to get a new utensil. Because I've done this before where I turned it blue and you don't want that. Okay. Just kind of breaking it up a little bit. If you guys just came on here, I'm making the wild blueberry latte from Brain Saver. I want to show you what it looks like. I don't think I did that yet. I might have. Here it is. This is what I'm making right now, you guys. Wild blueberry latte. Since I'm such a snob, I like my lattes. Just heating up the milk. Non-dairy. This is coconut milk right here. Latte's almost done. Nice and hot inside here. We're almost there. But we have to froth it, so that's next. It's getting a little bit hotter because you want that heat to get into it. Because when you get the heat into it, you can froth it up better. If it's not really warm enough, you can't give it that froth that you got to do. Just about there. And I got this little frothing tool. This is a great holiday treat because it just keeps everything so good and so good for you. So it's an incredible holiday treat. All right, so we're just about there. We're going to pour back now into the measuring cup. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to click this on. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just giving it a nice froth here. Okay. Guys, we're almost there. We're going to make an incredible drink, a latte. Everything we're using today, if you're curious, is on medicalmedium.com. Check out the supplement directory and the kitchen tool directory, since you guys are always asking. All right. I think this has gotten definitely nice and frothy. All right. Let's go. Now what you want to do is you want to put this gently in here. You don't want to just push it all in there one shot. You just want to kind of have it gently go in like this. You don't want to mix the two. You don't want the blue mixing with the froth, the coconut froth. How high you want to bring it to the top is totally up to you. I'm going to bring it up really high, so that froth is kind of like right up there. Whoa. That's insane. That is just insane. I'm really proud of myself right now, you guys. Seriously. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on top. You don't want to overdo it. Darn. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to sprinkle it everywhere on top and not in just one shot like that. That's how it was supposed to be done right there. You live and learn. I'm only human. That is incredible tasting. When you guys try it, you guys are going to be mind blown. And you know what? It's like you're not self-sabotaging. You're not brainwashed out there to self-sabotage with all the addictions that we don't even know we have. We're far from it. This is entirely different. And the wild blueberry has so much to do with it. Because it gets to our brain, it rewires us, and it stops us from being a toy. It stops us from being a tool for the industries. We get free. We break free is what we do. Day 2 of the Medical Medium Wild Blueberry Challenge. Can't believe it. I might take a sip. Oh my God. That just puts me in such a happy place. Incredible, you guys. Have you tried the wild blueberries? 10% off the Wyman's Wild Blueberry Juice. Incredible. Wymans.com. W-Y-M-A-N-S. Have you tried wild blueberries? Whether it's frozen or in this incredible juice. What was your experience? Tag at Medical Medium. Hashtag Medical Medium. Whatever your reel, your posts, your stories are, let us know how you feel, what it may have done for you over time. Whether it's the HMDS or whatever. So good. I can't take it. I'm going to need more. Amazing. What do you guys think? Did you have your shots? I'm just going to be into this right now. Boom. Incredible, you guys. Amazing for day 2. We read a little bit of the Brain Saver books. I'm having a blast with you guys. I don't even know what to say. I'm just happy. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Catch yesterday's live, day 1. Make sure you sign up so you get download your free PDF, grocery shopping list, free challenge, free everything. Free education on wild blueberries. free everything, all of it incredible. Check out Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts when you get a chance, and check out medicalmedium.com because of everything I'm doing to the website. So you have an endless amount of healing information. It is not held back. It's there for you. So incredible. If you don't have the Brain Saver books, grab the Brain Saver books when you get a chance. Get them free at the library or Amazon.com US. Leave a review too as well. It helps. And I love you guys dearly. It's been an honor. Such a great time. And I'm going to actually have some of this. Ooh, where's my wild blueberry bowl right there? My warm wild blueberry bowl. Sun Moon Love says, thank you for a fun day at Medical Medium University. I am full and feeling good from all the blueberries this morning. Amazing. So good, oh my God. Medical Medium University is free. You don't need $50,000. And you learn how to heal. What better thing is that? I love you guys.